Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Mitchell's Memories, Part 31. This will be the final episode, the grand finale. And first of all, I'd like to thank everyone, all of you, for who have joined me on this journey. As you know, I've practiced a lot of yoga meditation in my lifetime. I used to practice hours and hours in just one day. And I was rewarded with my many incredible experiences beyond language. I'd have my consciousness rise up into space, to the stars and beyond. I would enter a state where it was just bliss, and it was absolutely amazing. But then I found myself, I came down, and I really didn't want to be there. I wanted to be back up to that place. I wanted to go high again. So again, I practiced intensive meditation, and I would go up and go to that place, have the bliss, but then I would come down again. So this became frustrating to me, this pattern of going up and going down. And I also realized that even after going up so high, when I came down, I had the same personal problems that I had before. They didn't go away. And the same, I was honest with myself, the same personal weaknesses of my character, and they were still there. They were still the same. So this frustrated me. And this frustration was, you can say, was unresolved. Then, in 2010, I married my beautiful and lovely wife, Monica, and I moved to be with her in London. And now my lifestyle, you can say, changed. It became a more balanced lifestyle. Instead of meditating for many hours during the day, I would just do about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, just to keep a balance, just to help me relax. I was doing shopping, and I was doing cooking, and I was trying to be a good husband. And I was also working to earn some money so we can pay the rent. And in 2012, I was working as a visitor services assistant at the British Museum in London. And one day I was given the assignment to patrol the Great Hall at the British Museum. And the Great Court, I think they call it. And the Great Court is in the central area of the museum on the ground floor. And it's right in the center. And it's a beautiful circular walkway. And it has a huge, unbelievably beautiful ceiling if you look up. And it's a very, very famous area. If you've ever never been there, you should go. It's really great. And so I was patrolling, and I'm the type of visitor services person. I love to talk to people, to communicate people, to have contact with the visitors, to answer any questions they may have. So I make myself available. And one day, a typical elderly couple comes over to me, and they look like typical tourists, and they come over to me and they ask a typical question, for example, something like, how do we find the Egyptian mummies? And okay, and I was starting to answer their question, and suddenly I felt so lightheaded. It came on so fast. I don't know how this happened. The next thing I know, I disappeared. When I say I disappeared, like you say, well, where did I go? There's no words, there's no language. But if I had one word, I would say eternity. I was at a place, it wasn't that I was at eternity, I was eternity. I was at a place that had no beginning and no end, that everything was perfect, and I was there forever. And then I found myself back at the British Museum, the same elderly couples right in front of me. My first reaction was, I've been gone for billions of years and they're still here. Well, it was just like, I guess in worldly sense, it was just a fraction of a second. And then they surprised me by saying, thank you very much for your assistance, and they walked away. Did I tell them anything? Who are these people? I don't know. But one thing I do know, this was a very transformative experience. Whereas before I had always thought of myself going up and going down and going up and going high and coming down. Now all of a sudden, I had a different perspective. I felt that actually who I really am, my true essence, my true nature is changeless, is one and the same. It has no beginning and it has no end. And all these efforts I've been making to go high and go high, in essence, were fruitless because I am that. I was already that right then and there. And when I joined yoga, I was curious about the meaning of the word yoga, and people told me the word yoga is a Sanskrit word. It means to unite, to join. So what is to join? What is to unite? And it's to unite the material with the spiritual, or it's to unite the mind and the body and the soul, or it's to unite the yin and the yang, or the attraction and the repulsion, to join them together. So that's what I've been doing for so many years. And now I have a different perspective that yoga means to join, to make efforts to do something. It means unity. It means oneness. It means now, right here and now. So this is a big change for me. No more making efforts to get somewhere or to go somewhere else to find myself, where I'm there all the time. And from now on, I just go with the flow, as they say. And when I came back down to, now I looked at a world, this real world, had a different perspective for me. It no longer appeared to be so real. It appeared to be a dream. So now, but what am I doing? I'm in this world, so what am I to do? And the answer was so quick to come. Make it a beautiful dream. So I decided I'm going to be kind and compassionate and loving and help people and be a light to the world. And that's what I'm going to do until my last breath. And there's something about this experience. It's not like this experience I had happened 8 years ago and I'm thinking back what happened. It's not like that. This experience is living with me. It lives with me at this very, very, very moment. It's part of me. It stays with me. It's my anchor. When I go out into this world and all the craziness, madness of the world, and something's pulling me this direction or that direction, but I'm anchored. I can only go so far, but I come back to my true self. I come back to who I am. I almost feel like this experience is guiding me. Is guiding me in my life. I often think about children, very often, children, how beautiful a child is to be born into this world. A child is a spark of the divine. A child is a manifestation of the divine. You could say the child is divine. It's the essence of every child born into the world is connected to, is the same as all life. It is the same essence, it's the same truth. But being born in this world of time and space, now it takes a different perspective. This child is unique, is different, is special. There's actually no one exactly like this child in this world. And that's what all mothers should tell to their children. And another thing about this child has unlimited power of imagination, a power to create music and art and beauty and love. And there's no limitations to this, no limitations to the imagination of what that child can do. And that's what schools should really teach children. Well, I'm coming to the end of my story, and I'd like to say that it was only possible, my beautiful place that I am now is possible because of the foundation I had. The foundation was the amazing love and support from my grandparents, from my parents, from my wife, Monica, from my brother and sister, from so many people helped me along the path, friends, relatives, the importance of community, the importance of my amazing, idyllic childhood in Brooklyn. And so many people along my path taught me things, most common people. Everyone has something to speak. Everyone has something to learn from, and I learned from those people. Now, there was a lot of bad things that also happened in my life, painful things, which I suffered a lot, things I haven't talked about in these stories. But now I have a different perspective, that these things were part of my journey, a part of making me who I am today. So now they don't seem so bad at all. I've done 31 stories, 31 episodes, and I could have done 301. I've had a lot of interesting experiences in my life. I tell these stories. I'm not trying to teach anything. I don't have any agenda. I don't have any philosophy. I don't have any path. I don't have this is the way. In fact, I consider myself on the pathless path. I tell my stories because I want to inspire you to question yourselves, to ask yourself those very questions. I tell the stories to inspire you to have your own adventures, your own experiences, and realize that beautiful person who you truly are. Thank you very much, everyone. I'll end with a prayer. May the pure light within you guide your way home. May the pure light within you guide your way home. And good night, and have a good life. Thank you very much.